Hi there everyone, this is Bev, Clarkovision, and I'm here to do an update video, and basically update slash ramblings and chatter kind of stuff. So again, I've been busy the last few weeks, just dealing with other things in life, making the most of the nice weather. At least this year in Scotland, it does feel we've had some kind of a summer. We have had a few good weeks of sunny weather, which is rather good. Whether that's the end of it or no, I'm not sure, because the weather's on the turn at the moment and it is a bit cooler and rainy and thundery, so we shall see. But more importantly, I've got some music to discuss here. New addition to the wardrobe, Powerwolf. This is the album artwork of their latest Call of the Wild. It's got the thingy on the back as well. So I've got a few CDs and a few records and a cassette showing. Yes, a cassette showing. So I'll get started, and we'll just start right here with Powerwolf. So I got the album on release day and I decided I wanted to purchase the CD, but this is the media book edition, the hardback kind of book, and it's a double disc. You have the album here, you have about 30 or 40 something pages worth of lyrics, pictures, artwork, info and quotes and all kinds of stuff. And in the back you have the bonus album that they released, and it's released with specific versions of this album, and that is called, if I can pronounce it, Missa Cantorum perhaps, which is a re-recording of 10 of their previous tracks with guest vocalists doing the singing parts, and starts off with Sanctified with Dynamite, and Ralph Sheepers is singing that one, does a fine job. Every one of these tracks is actually excellent, except for, I think there's two I'm not so fond of, and I am sorry to say that. In fact, there's maybe a third I'm not 100% on, but track 2 and track 3, Demons Are a Girl's Best Friend, is sung by Alyssa White Glues of Arch Enemy, and Night Side of Siberia by Johan Hegg of Amon Amarth, and it's basically the style of the vocals. They're more on the growly style, and for me that kind of just ruins the entire songs, because that's not really Powerwolf's style, and it just totally brings the songs down for me. It's, I don't know, it just doesn't work. But all the others, fantastic versions, so I wanted to get this just to see what it was like, and obviously have the bonus album, and the artwork for it's fantastic. They are now releasing it as a dual vinyl set with the album and this bonus album, kind of like CD, because it was only initially, I think, available in their limited box set, which sold out, so they're now releasing it on a dual album version as well, which I don't think I'll get. But it's in a nice kind of bluey, splattery, marbleized kind of looking record as well. It looks pretty good. So anyway, I have it on CD now as well as record with the bonus album. The artwork is on the CD as well, but that's the album cover of this, and on here is all the people who the guests. You've got Doro here, you've got Ralph, you've got the chap here from what's he from again? Ailstorm, Christopher Bose with his kilt on here, and he's on one of the tracks. So yeah, good stuff. So I was very pleased to land myself that. Where am I going to put this? I've got stuff everywhere. And as a novelty, I went and bought the double cassette version, which is limited to, is that 100 on red cassette, double red cassette. Again, it's Call of the Wild and Missa Cantorum You're getting the bonus album as well. And here they are. So the red cassette version is limited to exclusive to EMP mail order. There is a black version which is exclusive to a German Powerwolf online store. And this is now refusing to close because I don't have them sitting right. But it should. There we go. So yeah, again, it's just exactly the same as a CD, except it's on cassette. And I just thought, you know, I've got to have these. Why not, sort of thing. So I've got all 3 formats, plus a t-shirt. So that's that. So next up, I'm going to show, I'm just going to mix it up a bit, I'm going to show a record next. Some of you might have saw a post on Instagram and Facebook that this was spinning last night. Yes, it is Warrior Path's The Mad King. Is it this way that's better? Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, Warrior Path, The Mad King. Finally, this is the actual one I ordered on the 11th of February via Bandcamp, and was supposed to come through Sanctuary Records. Symmetric Records, I do apologise, not Sanctuary. However, there was an issue, something happened, and No Remorse Records came in and helped out, and hence the delays, etc, etc. And finally, I have my copy gatefold sleeve, and this is the red vinyl version. I think this was initially just limited to 100 pressings on the red. And it's that kind of translucent, transparent-ish kind of red. So it's very nice. 180 gram on No Remorse. Came in a poly-lined sleeve as well. So, you know, it only took about 5-6 months to get here, but I was getting a bit worried about it, I have to confess. Hence the reason why, if you're thinking I've already seen you show that, Bev, you're correct, because I did order a standard black vinyl version from No Remorse's website when they announced they were, when they had pre-orders announced. I placed a separate order for one because I was determined I was going to get this album, and at the time wasn't sure if the red one was going to make it or not. So I now have 2 copies. Fantastic album. This is going to be one of the top albums of the year for me. And as of yet, don't quite know whether I'll keep 2 versions or not, but at the moment they're both staying with me. And with the red one, which came in, I got 4 band logo stickers to do with whatever I wish. So very cool. So absolutely delighted that that saga is finally over and done with. So I was on eBay recently as well, and this caught my eye, and I just kind of thought I'm going to buy this because I don't have this particular pressing or version, whatever you want to call it. For those who might be aware, Def Leppard have a single, or had a single back in the 80s, obviously, called Love Bites from the album Hysteria, and it happens to be the Def Leppard release that I have the most different pressings or versions of. I've got about 12 or 13 of them. I was convinced I had 13, so I thought, oh, get off that number 13, if I buy this it'll put me up to 14. However, when I've counted them all on Discogs, I seem to now have 13, so it must have been 12. Either that or I've miscounted with something and I'll have to go and check them all. So I spotted this on eBay. It is just in a generic plain sleeve because it is a white label promotional only, UK. It says on the label, I don't know how well you can actually make it out, for promotional use only. So this is the radio edit of Love Bites from 1988, and on the back side you have a live recording of Billy's Got a Gun, and Tilburg in Holland in July 87. So it's in very nice condition. There is a few surface scuffs on it, some light scratches, but nothing major. It does play fine. There's a few pops and clicks here and there, but overall it's really good sounding. So that is another addition to my Love Bites collection. And as I said before, there's no particular rhyme or reason as to why I seem to have more copies of this than any other Def Leppard item. I just don't know how it just happened that way for some reason. But yeah, pretty cool. Good to have that one. And also on eBay, I spotted another album that's been on my wants list for a while, and it was actually being sold at a very good price, so I was quite pleased because I was half expecting that this might be one of these albums that the price will go up, because it's on AFM Records and it's limited to 300 units on clear vinyl, it says. Is it? Yeah, it is. And when these are all kind of sold out from the main retailers, you usually expect the prices to go up, but this one was actually pretty much around the normal price, so I jumped on it, brand new, and it is the second album from power metal band Bloodbound, and this is The Book of the Dead. So this was initially released in 2000 and... One second, I've got it up on Discogs down here. Just to check that it was their second. It came out originally in 2007. And it was only initially ever released on CD, and it actually came out with a different front cover than this. So this has been reissued in... I don't know if it was remastered as well, by AFM and released with a different cover. Book of the Dead. It's a really good album, this one. Excellent stuff, and it's a double album. There's your AFM logo down here. So the gatefold has the lyrics, etc. in here, and as I say, it's limited clear vinyl. It's one of these clear ones that's kind of got that milky clear effect, actually. It's not the crystal clear. But yeah, it's still very nice. They both look kind of like that, so as you can see, it's I wouldn't say it was crystal clear, milky clear, but 180 gram as well, so perfect condition. So I was absolutely thrilled to land this. Really good Swedish power metal band. I haven't actually pulled the trigger on their latest release, because I wasn't too sure about... I sampled a couple of the tracks on YouTube and they didn't kind of float my boat too well. It was kind of nothing too special about it for some reason, but I don't know why. But this was definitely one I wanted, because this is a really good album, this one. So super happy to have landed this one. Whether I go for the latest one at some point in the future, I'm not too sure. But that'll be something we shall find out in due course. So yeah, another one. This one I picked up off Amazon because the price was still pretty decent. It's fairly cheap-ish, so I decided to pull the trigger after Cloudy Milder recently picked it up and reminded me I still need to get this one. So it's another one of the Saxon kind of more recent era, if you like, albums, and it's Sacrifice. Silver Lining Music. This is this a reissue from 2017, or did this actually be released in 2017? See, I'm not 100% sure when this was actually released. It just says 2017 on here. There's no other years, so it could be that. But yep, I've spun this one as well, and it's excellent. I think later Saxon appeals to me more than the earlier stuff. typical Amazon trademark. You know, you're taking a gamble with Amazon, and that was the only damage, thankfully. Again, it's not actually split, it's just almost split, it's just a crack. So yeah, it comes with an inner with lyrics and credits, and it's just plain black vinyl with a custom label. So yeah, very nice album, some great tracks on here, really enjoy it. So I'm pleased to add this one to my Saxon collection. So yeah, and so we'll go back to the CDs now. Picked up another 2021 release. This had caught my eye, just came up in my YouTube feed. I sampled it, liked what I heard. Never had anything for this band before. They have been around for some time. I think they've been around, let me see, since the 90s, I believe. And they were one of the first kind of Italian power metal bands, because they are from Italy, and this is the band Drakkar, and it is the album Chaos Lord. Just released this year, March I think it was, on Punishment 18 Records. Very good album, some really catchy tunes, really just more your traditional kind of power metal, less of the sort of symphonic elements that you tend to get with quite a few of the Italian bands. But this one's just more straight up power metal. So yeah, it's on a digipack, and as I say, my first pick from this band. They do have a few records out there. I may seek out some more. Just nice digipack with booklet. Trying to think, where did I order this? Did I get it on Bandcamp? I think I got this via their Bandcamp actually. So you've got lyrics and artwork, and band members, etc. around. Very futuristic kind of artwork actually. So yeah, good solid power metal if you're interested in that. And I picked up this off through Amazon, a third-party seller through Amazon. Again, it was when Jim Davies got this for Cloudy Milder. The cover art attracted me at first, and I went and checked them out on YouTube, liked what I heard. So I decided to grab the CD of this, because the vinyl, I did find the vinyl out there, but it was a little bit pricey for what I wanted to pay for just an EP, whereas I found the CD pretty cheap through Amazon. And I've noticed, I didn't realise at the time, but on the CD you get 3 bonus tracks, so you get 8 in total, which are kind of, I don't know if they're demos or whatever, but they're 3 extra tracks, and they're pretty good as well. So this is Ascalon, or Ascalon, British new wave of traditional metal kind of band, and their EP Reflections out on No Remorse Records. Sorry about the glare, people. But yeah, really good stuff. I enjoy this very much. So thanks, Jim, for pointing me out to these guys. So yeah, fantastic stuff. Highly recommended. Again, if you want more traditional British metal, you know, like for example Coltra, a bit kind of on that kind of line, Dark Forest, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just another good British band. Get out and support them. And the last CD I picked up, this was another one I grabbed off eBay. It's another one to add to the Judas Priest collection, and it's their concept album. It's Nostradamus, double CD. I believe the vinyl version of this is pretty expensive to come by these days, so I was more than happy just to settle for the CD, and the CD came up pretty cheap. So yeah, Sony Music Entertainment. Now, I've not had the chance to actually listen to this one yet, because this just came in the other day. But yeah, I'm interested to listen to this. A lot of people seem to not be too fussed for it because it's obviously different. The band decided to just try a kind of different thing, maybe go a slightly different direction, and doing the concept album themed on a certain figure, historic figure. But I'm curious to know, this I think was this the last one that J.K. Downing worked before he left? He mentions it in his book, and he speaks, from what I can recall, he spoke quite highly of it and thought the work they did was good stuff, obviously different to the standard. So yeah, I'm going into this with an open mind to see what I think of it. And yeah, so I'm quite pleased to add that one to the collection. Judas Priest's Nostradamus. Is it Nostradamus? Yeah, him, that guy. So now, that's it. I think we're on to the last one now, which is quite cool actually, this last one I was excited to get as well. Now, if you had recently picked up on Cloudy Milder's, he did a video about a month ago focusing on some new wave of British heavy metal bands, kind of like modern traditional British metal bands that are out, you know. And again, I think he featured Ascalon was in that video because they're one of those bands. And another band he happened to feature there was this band here, Fury, another UK British metal outfit, modern, traditional, really kind of Iron Maiden, Metallica influences, that kind of stuff. Excellent band. So this was their debut EP. This was EP number 2. What's it called? I can't read. Burn the Earth. Can't read back to front. Then their first full-length release, The Lightning Dream. However, the 2014 original press all sold out and I couldn't get a copy, so they reissued it in 2020. So this is the reissue with the alternative or different artwork. Fantastic. Their second album, Lost in Space, again fantastic. And their third and most recent full-length album, The Grand Prize, which came out in 2020. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Really tight band, very talented, solid heavy metal. I highly recommend these guys. And so I follow them on their Instagram, and they came out one day with a post asking if there was an interest or something like that about having this pressed on vinyl, because they haven't had any of the releases out on vinyl before. All of these are self-financed, they're not signed to a label, which is ridiculous because they should be. And so these are all self-financed, self-released. And of course there was huge interest in it, and so they had says, well, if we, the first 100 people to pre-order the new album will obviously help to ensure that we can deliver, and they'll get their name printed on in the credits, if you like, as a thank you sort of thing. And of course I was right up for that because this is a fantastic album, so having a copy on vinyl was, yes, definitely. And so it was due for release in May initially, but like everything else, delays. So it was put back to July, but we got there in the end. And I had put in my pre-order, of course, So here it is. It came just last month. Fantastic. The grand prize, their first release again on vinyl, and again it's all self-financed, no label. And you get some bonus tracks. It's a double LP set, autographed by all the band members here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get with this, what you don't get with the original release is you get 6 bonus live tracks, which are on 2 on side C and the other 4 are on side D here. So they were recorded live in a studio during lockdown. Obviously, with the COVID situation, it kind of hampered their touring to support this album. This was released just before COVID went global and ruined everything, and so they couldn't get out and tour. However, they are due to start touring imminently, September I think. I think one of their first gigs is Glasgow, but they're going to be back in Edinburgh in April. Is it April? 1st of April I think, next year. Take note, people in the area. So yes, they're going to get out and obviously do some touring and play some tracks from here. And here is the inside, so they've put together a nice live collage. Here's all the credits, a little bit of write-up about the album and how this came about, etc. And this is the section where the people get their thank yous. It says, "This vinyl was made possible by the support of our amazing fans, including the following people." And you've got 100 of them here. And just, I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but yours truly here is person number 5 on the list. That's me right there. So, yeah. It's kind of cool just to have that there, actually. But yeah, I'm just so pleased that they actually managed to get out a vinyl copy. Hopefully there'll be more vinyl pressings to come. And here is the actual records. Each has a custom label and they're all custom coloured. I don't know how well you can make that out, but yeah, that's the blue one actually. They're all, because it's racing car themed, so that's your blue side, side B I think, yeah, and side A is red. Just bear with me. And side C and D, we have the green and the yellow on there. So absolutely fantastic. This band deserves to go places, so I really hope they do. And also got a wee sticker, and they enclosed a flyer with their tour dates and some merch that's available from their website. I'll actually stick a link below to their website just in case anyone is interested, and you should be. So that concludes my update for now. All those CDs and pardon me, records and cassettes, etc, etc. Totally delighted to have my Warrior Path now as well. And I hope you're all well, and we'll see you all in another video. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye just now.